Hello, hello, grand, glorious rising to all you beautiful souls, all you beautiful angels. I want to say thank you and welcome. Welcome to anyone that is new. We go with the flow around here, and we make healing fun also. Thank you to all the moderators who keep the chat focused on healing and ascension. No fear. I have learned, I'm doing a lot of meditating today. I've learned that a lot of people, Christians, let's call them believers. They could be anything. They could be Jewish. They could be Christian. A lot of them judge the cards. Our job is to heal ourselves, not judge anyone. That's not our job. They gave love a bad name. They made it taste like bad medicine. And shame, rejection, blame, all of it. We need to start asking our higher self to our lower self, what is it in us that makes us judge anyone? What is it? What is it we're holding on to inside of us? Now, I just got some beautiful of my favorite quotes I just shared on Twitter. The devil is our lower self, our ego. The Toltec call it the matote. And since Nimrod's mother chose decorating evergreen trees to honor her son. And that's what Christmas is all about. Evergreen trees decorating. Instead of being selfish, we're selfless. Especially, 'tis the season to be giving, sharing, caring. I'm trying to find somebody to give me a ride to hand out the clothes and stuff to the homeless people, whoever I run into. To hand it to them myself. I too am a human who buys things I do not need with money that I do not have. I too cannot practice what I preach. I too can be a hypocrite. And here we are, perfectly imperfect human beings. Doing our best to heal. Hello, Simi. Hello, Mario. Hello, all you beautiful souls. Thank anyone who has listened. Thank anyone who has followed along. Thank anyone who has respected my healthy boundaries. We're going to learn today about the Tree of Life a little bit. These are my child's cards from one of our little backpacks. Thank everybody for hitting the like button. Thank the moderators for reminding people when I'm talking, teaching, channeling messages. This total solar eclipse is in OphiUchUs. Sounds like OphiUchUs. Now, in Greek, they might tell you it was the man holding the serpent, which is the key to wisdom and knowledge in the Tree of Life. We must balance our severity and our mercy. The symbol is a U with a line through it on your emoji board. It's purple. Purple Rain won't stop playing. I gotta be careful. They keep snatching my stuff for even this one station. Now, they might give it back, these singing bowls. Rudy Kipyard or something. We got some serious control issues going on in this world. We just have to keep flowing around it, learning what gets caught in the web of lies, all right? Who gets caught? We're walking in a spider web. So our full moon reading, if anybody missed it, it's still here. 17. Self-reflection. Looking in the mirror. Oh, yes, I know that snake. That snake. See, they're all confused about the snake. I'm listening to people talk about snakes. Oh, my gosh. I'm listening to so many people talk about everybody but themselves. Pointing fingers. How many have 3 pointing back at them when we point one? Trigger finger. How many are pointing back? Oh, 3. Power of 3. The power of you. The power of me. The power of we. I have never went up against such persecution from the church and the tarot card community. They can all channel the angels. I'm learning. They're channeling the angels. Who's channeling Jesus Christ? What about love? Don't you want someone to care about you? We gotta lose ourself like Eminem. I've been booed off stage, spit and chewed off stage, and here we are. Some people are afraid to show their face. Some are afraid to eat things. Like, look at this. I want to make a point right here. I bought this big old container of black stripe molasses. It's great for my cannabis, right? Okay? I don't use chemicals in my food or my water. But listen, here's what I do have. Like George Michael, you got to have faith, the faith, the faith, the baby. I have prayer and I have the power of belief. So, I am grateful when I believe without a stone, without a card, without a shaman, without psychedelics, in the power greater than me. Whatever you want to call the spirit. Let's just call it love. That's Jesus. So from now on, Jesus is love. When I see this warning sign, warning, consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including lead and acrylamide, which are known to the state of California. Only California, I reckon, is acknowledging that, to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. So what do you do in this instance? You say, oh shit, it's no preservatives, it says, non-GMO project verified on the other side, okay? Non-GMO, it's made in Pennsylvania. So what do you think I did? Do you think I said, oh, fuck, I gotta throw that whole thing away? No. I said, thank you. Thank you for the wisdom and knowledge. I thank you for this black stripe molasses. Thank you for removing any impurities. I bless the hands who prepared it for me. All the way back to the very beginning of that black stripe molasses seed. I said thank you. And I believed in Mark 16, 17, and 18. And if you drink poison, it will not hurt you. If you drink anything deadly, it will not hurt you. Do you know how many near-death experiences I've died on opiates? I was brought back to life with a shotgun of crack cocaine. I was dead on the floor. By the grace of God, by the grace of a power greater than me, I can say I have 6 years, no opiates. And I can feel everything that I used to kill, that I used to avoid, that I used to distract. I can feel the grief. I can feel the weight and the heaviness of Christmas without my baby. When all this is in my face. I don't have to avoid it. I think anybody, like angels of enlightenment saying in chats like cup of love when I'm not there. Everyone keep free flow in your prayers. I thank those people who are still asking people to pray for me. I thank all the people who came over from Cindy G's chat, from Just Keep Swimming's chat, from Genevieve's chat, for Mary Magdalene for healing. See, the Christians come when they see me quoting Jesus. And then sometimes they turn on you because you're using cards. There's a whole lot of judgment I shared in yesterday's video about listening. The art of listening. The art of throwing stones. Otherwise known as judgments. Egos. See, back then they actually used to stone people. Words are like weapons, they wound us sometimes. I didn't really mean to hurt you. I was too proud to say I'm sorry. Right? What if we can turn back time today and make it right with a higher power far greater than us guiding us? What if we can stop arguing about the land and say, thank you, Mother. We're sorry. We neglected you. We're sorry. We neglected the children. We're sorry. We didn't listen. Thank you so much for second chances. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Mary Magdalene. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Oh, we are so grateful for second chances. We're here to do the best we can. To be the best we can be. There is no I in team. But there is a U in United. And there is a W in we, not a M. Turn it around. Change your perception. It's not the end of the world. It's a new one. It's the beginning. A chance to start over. But we have to start by looking in the mirror, not at others. The mirror. Mirror, mirror. On the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? It's you. It's me. It's we. One. One humanity. I love you, Love. I love you all so much. Thank you all for your beautiful comments down below after videos. It makes my heart leap for joy and smile. So my child reminded me that time is an illusion. Over and over. Telling me it's 6 o'clock when it's like noon. Questioning my reality. I said, but it is not 6 o'clock. She would say, I know, Mom. Tell me, is it not even real? I said, I know. Can we just play along with the humans? Yeah. I know this. I know that calendars are man-made. I know it's not creator. We did this, humans, all of us. So, everybody get off the fault line. Shout, the mail's here. You remember what it was like to get a card in the mail? That was the best day in prison. But you know what? It also was very lonely. Standing there waiting to hear your name. Guy! For a visit. For a card. For a letter. From anyone. Out there in the busy world, in the big world. Just to hear that they cared. And all those times I didn't get anything. Because everyone was so busy and distracted on their phones, working to think, to send one. So I do that for my friends in prison. I do that for my friends in prison. I told them, I'm sorry, I'm going through a dark time right now. But here's a card, and it has scripture and faith on it. They're on lockdown in prison during COVID. And if anybody knows how to be grateful for what you can store in a box, the 2 cups and the 2 bowls you wash every day, for music, and for sacred texts, and what it's like to be forced to live with people from different sides of the tracks, who look different, think different, clean differently, and accepting them right where they are. This just fell out. Understanding grief, emotional eating, addiction to the telly, watching broken women stay in the darkness or get up, go to the classes or play cards. Did they get thrown in the hospital prison with a turtle suit with no underwear and no spoons or silverware for crying too much? Because they felt everything? Or were they too busy playing cards, cheering on fucking Maury Povich and Jerry Springer? No judgment. I'm a watcher. I observe. Hello, Nicholas. So my psychotherapist recommends I enter the darkness. Stop avoiding and feel it. Ooh, that shit hurts like hell. That's very brave. Do I ever just sit it and sob? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And then I get up. I stop saying, why me? I start saying, thank you. Understanding grief. This is our total solar eclipse. The OphiUchUs is the 5 of Cups. The tarot journey is a journey. You start it with the Fool. Grief is an expression that you loved well in life. The love will last forever. Your memories will never die. Remember 3 moments today that you will always cherish. I love to dance. Jump out of swings. Be free. Embracing our inner child. Return to Innocence by Enigma. I sang that once. It's on my channel. From the swing. I showed you guys how it's done. That's the only way I can do it. It's to show them. Go to the park and record myself doing what I do. Don't talk about it, be about it. I should go back to the park today. But I do need to clean the house. So I'm very proud of anybody that's showing their face on YouTube, not living in fear. I'm proud of the people not forcing things on each other, but allowing us, fools, to start our journey. Some have not started. It's very important to remember that everyone is operating from their level of consciousness. That's Deepak Chopra. So I'm talking about, let's talk about our leaders. We are all only doing what we are taught. Every single one of us. And the fool has to start the journey in the tree of life. The fool. Your tree of life. Your temple. You want to talk chakras or sephrades? It's all the same in a different language. It's all one energy. One love. One thread. Connecting us all. From the homeless man on the street to the addict in the NA meeting, to the Pope of Rome, to the leader of Israel, to Donald Trump, to you, and to me. We are one. I'm not sure if our egos get in the way. And I think we humans are addicted to everything that deprives us of the love that will heal us. So when my lower self wants to come in and judge another, my higher self, I shared this, reminds me you can't uplift humanity and call them fucking idiots at the same time. Do you understand? We don't heal in shame. Ignorance is not truly bliss. So the fool then has to take a journey to the magician. Now on the tree of life, here, let's stack this out right. This is what it's supposed to be. Let's put that on the 5 of Cups. You can start at the crown or the bottom. Just per se. I start that way. What I've been doing. So you go over to wisdom, right? I'm just doing it like this. You first see the magician is number 1. The fool is number 0. The negative. Because we can't have one without the other. It's in the chicken Kabbalah. Then you gotta see the high priestess. There are 22 of the major arcana I'm looking for the Empress. Now, I've already read some of these before, like the Devil. The Toltec call that the Matote. I'd like to clarify it's that inner chatter in our head. That chatter, that noise, above the lies that are not love, shame, blame, critiquing others. Expecting others to live up to our expectations, our belief codes, our reality, our perception. Some cannot see that. Some have been so badly abused, some of us, that we are afraid to let people near us. Seriously. It's very sad to watch this, to feel the pain of others, not avoiding those who are having a hard time, but still giving them seeds of hope. To the right. So that's my left brain going to the right. To the right. Mercy. To the left now, y'all. Cha-cha now, y'all. People don't realize they're pushing love away. That we are blocking. We humans are blocking what it is we seek. If we'd get out of our own way, stop running, because we follow we wherever we go. And we went we all the way home. We all the way home. Who knows that one? This little piggy went to market, and this little piggy stayed home. And this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. Let's do these today. Let's talk about this journey. One crown. Let's descend from the fool who's got his crown on a lid too tight. Maybe that's the pride. That stuff is deadly. Let's start at the crown. Maybe we put on our crowns and now we're too good for lower vibrationals. Let's think about it like that. Lower vibrations. Now we're scared of the darkness. Ooh, we can't join that. We can't even correct it. We can't make amends. We're too good for that shit. Well, maybe we need this descending power. That's number 28. It's already in the other. Prophecy and preparation for all folder. Descending power. It's number 28. It's red. There were Uno cards, a 2 and an 8 in my child's. Listen, I gotta keep my own pride of lions in check. Every day, all day long. I got 5 lions in my chart. Leo Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu. Shut the front door. Inner child. Courageous lion. Cowardly lions. A pride of lions. Descending power. It's a master. Ascended master. Lao, Laotzu, and Zincite, if you work with crystals. Keep in mind, we are the power. Always, always remember that. Never forget that, please. Descending. My left brain operates my mercy. So what does the left brain do? Anyone know? What is our left brain responsible for? The Fool. All the hypocrites and fools. All of us. All the sinners and all the saints. Wrapped into one. All the angels and the devils sitting at the same table, sharing a meal. We are so grateful. Being foolish, playing the fool, making fun of something. The beginning of an endeavor or journey. Now this is the Tarot of Dreams, and I'm going to read what the meanings mean. There are Hebrew symbols on here. Meanings. The beginning of an endeavor or journey. An unorthodox or nonconformist approach. Being a catalyst for change. We got clowns to the left of us. Jokers to the right. Here I am, just a fool in the middle with you. The key to the Fool card is subversive quality. In dreams, our minds discard the everyday thought patterns and stylized behavior imprinted on us by society. Leaving us with startling juxtapositions and illogical conclusions. Likewise, the Fool announces the start of the journey like a trumpet call from the land of dreams. In the Tarot of Dreams, one glance at the Fool lets us know to expect the unexpected. I'm going to turn it sideways while I'm writing it. At the same time, the Fool is the protagonist of our story. The hero who will travel across the landscape of dreams and encounter each of the characters of the major arcana in turn. The first thing we notice is the Fool's odd anatomy. His wide hips give him a strangely androgynous quality. Next, we see that his face is not there, except for the eyes behind the mask. We might almost suspect him of being simply an empty set of clothes, except that he clearly has hands. You know, people can tell we're smiling under our mask by our eyes. You can see when people's eyes smile. He's simultaneously present and absent, making him a perfectly appropriate lead character in the series of dreams that is the major arcana. The Fool is literally nothing, as shown by the empty face, and everything, as shown by the medals on his breast pocket, the sun, the moon, and the stars. The three astronomical bodies echo the sequence, the star, moon, sun, of the 17th through 19th of the major arcana, which are the days Jupiter and Saturn are entering Capricorn before 12/21 conjunction. They also suggest the World card, which, as we shall see, is the mirror image of the Fool card. Hold on, I've got to show you. Instead of just channeling what I believe in the picture and what I see, what did the artist see? Oh, that's the Wheel card, but I guess it was meant to come out. I can't read all these right this very second. This is a serious journey back to yourself. OurSelf. The wheel in the sky keeps turning. There's Jupiter symbol. When you learn all the symbols, you will understand more. It's not hard at all. It's so easy to read our chart. It's so easy to return to ourselves. All we have to do is let go and allow it. Now, so that's a mirror image. From the beginning to the end, the Alpha to the Omega. The beginning of you to the end of our temple, our design. Intricately designed are we. Are you, are me. One. Hold on, I'm really chilly all of a sudden. It's strange to be freaking freezing and sweating at the same time. Oh heavens. Speaking my whole truth even if my voice shakes. I am so proud of us. So grateful for everyone cheering each other on. If you feel called to hit the like button, it's so appreciated. And thank you for the thumbs down. I thank everyone for listening. I thank everyone for every single lesson. For every minute watched. I am so grateful to be working for Jesus through every language. No matter how many times I get booed off stage, I'm not frightened. I'm still a fool in this world. Looking for love in all the wrong places. In his hand, the fool holds a hoop and a crystal sphere. There's the elements. So spirit's in the middle. At the end of the world. No card. At the end of our ego. How about that? The fool holds a hoop and a crystal sphere containing the world. In his innocence, he believes them to be merely stage magic tricks. A metal hoop is a standard piece of equipment in a stage magician's repertoire, and the fool holds it in his midsection, as if he has just produced the crystal globe out of it, suggesting that he could use it to create all manner of things. Although the fool is less than nothing, he carries within him the seeds or potentials of everything, and brings them forth in endless supply. He is the catalyst who brings about change in the world. As such, he must necessarily be considered subversive, for one can only create the totally new by ignoring or rebelling against the old. The crystal globe suggests, again, the potential for everything that is hidden within the fool. And it is another reminder of his twin card, the world. Our next full moon will be in Gemini, the twins. How about what's inside of us and nothing else? Look at it like that. Our higher self and our lower self. The yin and the yang. The dark and the light. Or our ego versus our true self in the mirror. The Five of Cups is the OphiUchUs. She looks like a victim mentality. Oh my gosh. Lord, what did I ever do to deserve this? Oh, what can I ever do? I'm such a fool. She's probably beating herself up. Oh goodness, she's holding her headache too. If she got up and held her hand and opened her eyes, If she opened her eyes, the doorway to her own soul. Make it a he if you want to. Say, that's not me. Or, I never thought of it that way. How does that make us feel? Although the fool is less than nothing. This is like Tamala Man, take me to the king. I have nothing to offer. That's how I felt in prison. I broke down that song watching the praise dancers. Broke down in the intake. How did I end up here again? What did I do? Humility. The fool is less than nothing. He carries within him the seeds or potentials of everything and brings them forth in endless supply. He's the catalyst who brings about change. I already read that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience and understanding. The twin card. See, that's where I got lost. The world. The fact that the globe is made of crystal indicates the fragile quality of a new idea. Powerful, yet easily crushed. The shape of the fool's waistcoat suggests a fish. Fish have often been used as symbols of thoughts and feelings, which Mars is in Pisces and Chiron. Right now, healing. Sun is in OphiUchUs. Moon will be in OphiUchUs on the total solar eclipse. Enter the dark side of the moon. Embrace it all. Don't run from it. We can't run from ourselves. Which one wins? The one we feed. Fish have often been used as symbols of thoughts and feelings coalescing out of the murky depths of the ocean of the subconscious. Perhaps this fish is about to leap off the fool's chest, swim through the hoop, and manifest on the material plane as an idea or a feeling that comes to us seemingly out of the blue. The fool's posture is quite determined, yet he stands on the ball, decorated with the same celestial bodies seen on his breast pocket medals. This is a precarious stance at best, but all the more so considering that the fool's confident balance could be so easily undone as the kitten stretches playfully for the butterfly. If it reaches too far, then kitten, ball, and fool will plunge into the waters below. Given the likelihood of this undignified outcome, the fool's confident posture is all the more ridiculous. The precariousness of the fool's position mirrors the precariousness we often feel when we strike out into the unknown. The butterfly that so fascinates the kitten is also a symbol of change and emergence into the unknown, just as a caterpillar must break through the cocoon before it can stretch its wings. A rainbow encircles the orange ball like the rings of Saturn. This provides yet another link to the fool's twin card, the world, whose astrological attribution is Saturn. Saturn and Jupiter. Look in the mirror like a Michael Jackson. If we want to make the world a better place, take a look at ourselves and then be the change. Or you could be like a Lil Wayne. He said he learned it from MJ. Start with the man in the mirror. Life lined up on a mirror, don't blow it. Some people aren't even aware of what they're manifesting. Some people are addicted to chaos and drama. They fucking love it. And it blows my mind watching it. Without, like, and then I say, how can I correct this without it being taken as judgment? I can make it a we. I find when we use the word we, not they, not you, I feel disrespected. I feel hurt watching people create their own drama, not understanding why. Create their own suffering by not being willing to do healing. I'm watching very gifted, amazing souls drown themselves in substances that make them say things and be who they are not. It's like liquid courage. I'm watching some people even offer it to me. And it breaks my heart to watch it all sober. Stone cold sober. I got Mary Jane, my plants. That's it. The butterfly that so fascinates the kitten is also a symbol of change and emergence into the unknown. Just as the caterpillar must break through the cocoon before it can stretch its wings. Now, watch the video Rise by Katy Perry. Watch her pull the same parachute she's going to jump with and go through hell to do what she wanted to do. Or rise up like Andra Day. I love that song. As long as we have hope. Oh, I love that song, Rise Up. The caterpillar must break through the cocoon before it can stretch its wings. There is another reason for the absence of a face. The girl who had no name. The girl with the dragon's tattoo. The girl who kicked the hornet's nest. The girl who played with fire. The girl in the spider web. The fool's face is your own. The fool's voyage is your voyage. And his journey through the sequence of the majors is only an echo of your own journey through life. It's your own eyes that you see behind the fool's mask. Your own. It's our own eyes that we see when we look into others' faces, with or without their actual masks. The ego is a mask. So the Hebrew letter is ox. I think it's the Chinese year of the ox. It's the rat this year. Oh, rats. The Jupiter and Saturn conjunction is coming. The ox. Aleph in Hebrew, this symbol, kind of looks like an N, but prettier. Aleph means ox. The ox is used to till the fields, preparing them for the introduction of seeds. We just talked about seeds. Astrology. Oh, the seeds which will eventually grow. Astrology. Uranus is in Aries right now, in retrograde. Is the planet of eccentricity, originality, and anarchy. Going against the beliefs, shattering them, getting rid of them. Every moon we should be. Breaking habits, ways, it's constant. We are never done. Until this lifetime is over in this body. We are never done. Uranus also is said to have known to rule electronics, like Mercury does. So you would want to do your 13 sign Capricorn astrology chart. All you got to do is learn symbols. It's on the tree of life. So the Fool, now that says Pluto is the Fool. The kingdom of heaven. If we descend downwards, the downward snake. The snake is the key to the wisdom and knowledge. Shekinah. Snaking through the tree of life. It's like a snake, the way I did it. There's the world. It goes down further. I'm working with limited space here. Descending. Okay, so the Magician to the right, left brain, right side of the body. I'm teaching my psychologist this. My psychotherapist. Weekly Zoom sessions. Trust me, I'm not. I love that song it played by Lecrae this morning. I cry for you with oh, it's such a beautiful song. He says he's crying. It's hard to admit our wrongs when everybody thinks we're perfect. It's so hard to I don't know what I say. Fit in when everybody thinks you're perfect or that you should be because of their expectations, their own shame, blaming and judging us, our own blame and shame, judging anyone is a judgment against ourselves. What is it in us? So the Magician, the Fool goes to see the Magician first. Card number 1. Check your life path number for your birthday. What number are you? Then correlate it in the 22 of the major arcana. Your number. Your day of your birth also. Mine's 24, which adds up to 6. 4241980 is a number 1. We are magicians with our words. That's how powerful we are. Words alone. The power to create, build, destroy. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. We are very powerful manifestors. What goes around comes back around. Words, thoughts, energy. I thought I told you. The Magician. Education, training, knowledge, common sense, opportunities. You see that infinity symbol? Everything we put out comes back to us. What are we creating? By not even knowing. Translating thoughts and plans into action. As the Fool embarks on his voyage, the first personage he encounters is the Magician. As soon as we are born, our minds immediately begin processing sensory input, drawing conclusions about it, and learning from it. And it is this function that the Magician represents. In the language of archetypes, he is the wise old man, variations of which we will encounter in a few different cards. As the Magician, he is the teacher, the mentor, the guru, who gives invaluable advice as we set out on our individual quest. In a reading, the Magician can represent a person who performs this function in our lives. On a more personal level, we rely on our inner magician to help us learn new skills and abilities and to recognize opportunities. Often right in front of our face, if we would just let go and quit seeking. Let go. Often this happens on such a deep level that the realization or learning seems to come in a flash of inspiration, as if a real live magician had zapped it into our heads. And that's one way to begin to approach the Tarot of Dreams magician. His sphere of power illuminates us. The 4 suit symbols. Think like a deck of cards. That's called cartomancy. Signifying different approaches to problem solving. Lightning crackles around the sphere, illustrating that very flash of inspiration that seems to leap into our minds when we are at our wits' end. Read Matthew 5. You're blessed when you're at the end of your rope. My Message version says. His eyes are tired and kind, yet they also display a steely determination to shepherd the recalcitrant student toward the insights that await. If only we can apply the will and self-discipline needed to attain them. It's the spiritual discipline of the warrior in the 4 agreements. The art of listening, where students, before being impeccable with our word. The 4 agreements. I've taught this 5 times. It's in its own folder. Seek and ye shall find. How powerful our words are. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word came in the flesh. And it's absolutely life and death in the power of the tongue. Mary Magdalene Gospel says this is why we get sick and die. We are deprived of the one who heals us. How about the love that heals us? The self-love. When we have that for others, when we have it for ourselves, we'll have it for everyone, unconditionally. No strings, no expectations. Service work is giving without expectation or reward. That's why I do what I do. I don't require anything but listening ears and an open heart. So I thank everybody who does their healing. I thank everybody whose hearts are open and ears are working and that cheer me on. Because it is not always easy getting up here. Especially when you might cry in front of the whole freaking world. Oh my gosh. Who likes to do that? We need self-discipline to attain it. 12 steps of any recovery program. Could be Sex Addicts Anonymous, Codependents Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, Social Media Anonymous. I think they need a new one. Television Watchers Anonymous, movies. What else do we do? To avoid whatever your distraction of choice is. Who are we giving the glory to? We should take pride in our hard work and dedication and totally cheer each other on. Always. No matter what. The 4 suit symbols, the wands, the cups, the swords, and the coins, which are the element. The wands are fire, cups are water, swords is air energy, and the coins, the pentacles, is earth. Symbolize different ways of perception or different methods of action. Wands alert us to take an active role, to be creative, and to forge ahead despite difficulties or differences. How about that? Cups murmur us to consider others' feelings and to examine our own and take an intuitive approach. Swords propose that we analyze the situation, and coins tell us that we need to consider the consequences of our actions. No one else, ours. We are reaping what we sow. It's not God doing anything. We don't even need to say, woe is me. Why is God always picking on us? Jesus, what did I ever do to be punished? No. We did it. Like Wilson Phillips, hold on. some things are out of our control. It's our job to get out of that mentality that we are victims and that everyone's mean and we should never love again. To hell with love, right? We give up. I'll never take them back. I'll never forgive them. They're just not worthy. Oh, that makes us unworthy. Oh, holding that judgment is something in us. Swords propose that we analyze the situation. They call it mental conflict swords energy. I've been watching and listening, learning. I'm always a student, open to not judging other ways of doing things. That way I can gather all the sheep with the Big Dipper. All my beautiful angels, they're all over. Gosh, it's so hard to learn to speak their language. They speak music, they speak pictures, they can see the pictures. Sometimes the hearts aren't open all the way for them to be able to accept new ideas, like 13 sign astrology or OphiUchUs, the healer. And coins tell us that we need to consider the consequences of our actions, the material results that we will be left with. Any situation will require a combination of some or all of these modes of action. And the magician, whether as another person or as our own inner faculties, can help us choose the right mixture for the job. The necessity to be flexible in choosing one suit energy over another and combining them according to the task at hand is shown by the pink infinity symbol. The sideways 8 floating between the suit symbols. Like the shape of the symbol itself, we must be able to bend and twist our approaches as circumstances change. This theme will reappear in more depth in the Temperance card. The infinity symbol also tells us that the ability to learn from our mistakes, correct ourselves, self-control, selfless versus selfish. Even with shopping addiction. Even with the love of materialism. The thoughts that we just need one more thing to be happy. If we would just have that next best television. Or that next best phone, heaven's sakes, let's go up to 1,000. Or if we just had that next best stone. Or that next best oracle. Oh, then our life would just be complete. Me. Me too. I am part of the human collective. It takes the blame out when I include myself. They teach me that in psychotherapy. The infinity symbol also tells us that the ability to learn from our mistakes and find inspiration is always with us, even in the darkest times, even on the dark side of the moon, as we're releasing all kinds of things, whatever it is you need to work on. Write it down. Burn it. Let it blow off in the wind. I put mine in grandfather fire. Fears, all kinds of things. Right before I started singing Praying by Kesha live on Facebook. The Magician's Throne. I thank the person who told me to start going live and speaking. Oh, thank you. An angel named Chelsea. The Magician's Throne sits on a stone disc, which floats above the clouds, allowing us to see that he's not grounded in any particular place or time. Ooh, he's changeable. He doesn't resist it. He's going with the winds of change. On an inner level, we can always learn from our surroundings and circumstances and devise new ways of dealing with them. On an outer level, our capacity to learn from a teacher or mentor does not stop at childhood, but can be invoked at any time, no matter our age, whenever we meet someone who knows something we would like to learn. The floating disc also reminds us to avoid being too set in our ways and to remember the flexibility and adaptability needed in order to fully implement the magician's teachings. In his hands, he holds a long staff, topped with a complicated curling design. If the curls are seen as snakes, then the staff is reminiscent of the caduceus, which in ancient Greek symbology represents a herald. The magician could certainly be seen as a herald, bringing us word of conclusions reached by subconscious processes in our minds. The caduceus is also a common symbol for Hermes. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. I want everybody to know. The medical symbol, healers. It's on my cannabis pants. Yes, it is. People try to tell me I'm going to get arrested for wearing these. This shit is legal here in Illinois. Don't judge my plants. Anyone who's taking chemicals. Anyone who didn't follow Jesus, don't judge my Bible. And don't talk about my Jesus. Please, I much appreciate that. Sorry the church gave false impressions on who Christ was. Don't ever tell me who Jesus was or was not. The caduceus. See two snakes looking at each other? The snake eating its tail is Ouroboros. Ouroboros! It might not be a Roldor, I don't know. I wasn't there in those times. Sometimes I wish I was. Life would have been a lot more simple, huh? Good gravy. We are so sorry we didn't create heaven. The magician. The caduceus is also the common symbol for Hermes, the messenger god of the ancient Greeks, whom the Romans called Mercury. Mercury's OphiUchUs right about now. It's about Hermes. Hermes Trismegistus. There was the emerald tablet. Mercury is the astrological symbol assigned to the magician and supposedly rules communication. You can look up Mercury, Nevada, Area 51. Area 15 keeps calling our house. I said, is this a fucking joke? Mercury is the astrological symbol assigned to the magician in this and many other decks. In astrology, the planet Mercury symbolizes communication and the actions of the mind. Hermes also serves as a guide of souls or psychopomp who upon our deaths escort us to the afterlife. This theme is echoed in several examples of the old wise man teacher archetype in popular culture, where at the end of the quest, you can look up these archetypes. There's the victim, the wounded child. Some of them are categorized together. There is a prostitute archetype, which is about selling ourselves short. Whether it be at work, to climb up the corporate ladder, men will never know what it was like to be a woman. Sorry, not sorry, that is the truth. You don't like what I have to say, that's fine. Close the window. If the shoe fits, rock that bitch. They will never ever know what it was like to be a woman who don't get paid enough, who are called horrible names for being dancers. It's what they wanted. It's time to heal all of this shame. The old man wise teacher. In popular culture, here were we somewhere along the way thought women were less than equal doormats, women, sex objects. Oh, they better get that out. Let's cleanse our minds. We're at the end of the quest. the teacher reappears to guide his former student to a new plane of existence. Or women. Oh, trust and believe there's some women who use men for sex objects too. Trust and believe that there are people, no matter what age or race or color, that are healing lots of things. It's not our job to judge any of it. Just heal it. Healing all the trauma of all the fights. Self-reflection. Here, I'll put OphiUchUs here. Self-reflection. Actually, that's our emotional self. So the self-reflection we did on the full moon as we're coming to the dark moon, it's going to be a new moon in OphiUchUs. So from the sun to the moon, we got this. We got this. I'm so proud of all of us. This is probably going to be a 2 or more part video as we start this journey to understanding and healing ourselves. So, the magician, it actually is a way you go through this. I'm going to teach you in parts before we make up the whole tree. It's 22 major arcana. The end of the quest, the teacher reappears to guide his former student to a new plane of existence. The Hebrew letter Beth, B-E-T-H, sounds like bait, B-A-I-T. From what I've learned. Until I learn something new, I'm going to do what I'm doing. The magician allows us to begin rebuilding a rudimentary mental dwelling from which we can observe and learn from the world. We're going from the crown, descending to wisdom. Left brain, right body. Creativity, left brain. What is the left side of our brain responsible for? Anybody know? Mercury, the astrological symbol for Mercury, is the planet of thinking and communication. As each planet travels through the signs, if you know what the signs mean, you will understand what it means when Mercury is in Libra. When Mars is in Pisces, you will know the symbols for the signs. Yes, this is energy. Yes, we feel it. Yes, we are mostly water, humans. Sometimes it depends how much water we're drinking to how much water we are. We could be retaining water. We could be retaining anger, unforgiveness, worry, fear, all the things that create disease, disharmony, and dysfunction. We are deprived of the one who heals us, the love who heals us. How could this be? Oh, I thank you so much for mineral water. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for healing me. Healing my wounded child. My cognitive dissonance. My judgments. My shame. My lack of self-confidence and self-love. Oh, I thank you, Spirit, for this journey. I thank you for all the lessons, all the hardships that made me a warrior, made me who I am today. So the priestess, after the fool sees the magician, we have the priestess. I'm starting the tree of life. Well, let's say I started it and I didn't make it the right size, so I'm starting it again. I ran out of paper. I could add on to it, tape it, Maybe I will. When my creativity is flowing again. Because the top part is the Star of David. Us, our temple, the HUE-MAN body. Yours, mine. We are the body of Christ, not the temple, the body, the message. Our temple. The high priestess. Now, dang, I wish I had a way to do that. Let me move that. Hold on. I'm going to move faith down there just for the time being. Judaism. When I move, I can see it from different perspectives. I see kites. I can see the star connecting. It's not that one. Mercy and severity, crown, balance are masculine and feminine qualities. Always speaking our truth, blue, chakra, throat. Crown, Kether, Kether. Wisdom. The knowledge is at the middle, the tree of knowledge. You know the snake in the tree ate from the tree of knowledge? They blended on Eve. Oh, it was the women's fault. Oh, it's the woman. Or the women say, oh, that man. Woman, what you done to me? Everybody's always blaming somebody else. Blaming Mercury if we can't talk right. Blaming. 12 steps takes accountability. There's our foundation. The kingdom of heaven is a state of mind when we clear all this ego mind. So the priestess, intuitive insight, reconciling of opposites. See the two pillars on either side of her. Pillars, two. Each side of your body. In each hand, you're holding the sphere. Intuitive insight, reconciling of opposites, an indirect approach. Withdrawal from everyday activities. Under a hazy night sky, the priestess sits in her temple, drawing down some mysterious force from the moon. Her emotions. That's our emotional self. As he watches her, the fool can see the moonlight literally descending upon her. How do we see the moon? In the dark. It's getting to be dark. The moon is going to not appear to be there while it crosses in front of the OphiUchUs sun. OphiUchUs is Greek. OphiUchUs, 13 signs, 13 apostles. 13 astrological signs in astronomy. If you look for yourself on Sky View Light app on an iPhone or Star Walk, or do Capricorn Astrology software 13 chart generator. 13 lost tribes of Israel. Her moon-shaped headgear provides a powerful sympathetic magic from a woman's heart. I'm noticing the men are more severe. Some are so angry I gotta reel them back in. I gotta reel myself, hose myself down with holy water sometimes. Flush it all down the drain. My depression, my negative thinking, go have a little talk with Jesus about my own self. Asking Jesus, show me the way, like sticks. Take me tonight to the river and wash all the illusions away. Oh, thank you for showing me. We all know there's more to ourselves than our conscious minds can perceive. When we find ourselves making an unexpected emotional outburst, or when an image that we come across seems to speak to us in startling ways, as tarot cards can do, like talking about shame, oh my gosh, and vulnerability. Oh man, we don't even want to talk about that stuff. Oh my gosh, let's avoid that shit like the Black Plague. Then we know there are currents beneath the surface of our conscious minds. Ooh, the dark, or scared of the dark. But the structure of our minds prevents us from apprehending these currents directly. How can we ever hope to see what we are incapable of seeing? The answer is the priestess. She allows communication to travel back and forth between the conscious and unconscious worlds, and she maintains the integrity of both worlds by sharply limiting and filtering that communication. This is why the material we receive from our subconscious speaks in riddles, dreams, and metaphors. The two pillars on the card represent duality, as do the different colored spheres atop the pillars. To hate the red team or the black, or not the black team, the blue team. The red team or the blue team is black and white thinking. That is distorted thinking patterns. That is division, period, at its finest, in our mind, that we create with words and ways, by choosing a side. From the time we are born, we learn to categorize everything we perceive, good or bad, pleasurable or painful, light or dark, anything. Later in life, the category grows more sophisticated, but the dualities remain: responsible or carefree, well or ill-intentioned, passive or aggressive. These distinctions make it possible for us to live in and make our way in this world. But they are a hindrance if we want to navigate our way through the subconscious, whose nature reflects the premortal, murky waters of oneness rather than the sharply delineated opposites of everyday waking life. The priestess's eyes are closed, shutting her off from the sensory input that threatens to seduce her back into the conscious world. She has her back to the pillars, indicating that she's gone beyond the dualities. She has stepped through them, as if they were a mere doorway to different kinds of perception. Significantly, she holds her intricate lens so that it frames her heart chakra. The heart chakra reconciles opposites, bringing them together into an organic whole and healing the rift between them. Thus, we experience the priestess's energy as calming one. Don't think of ascension as upward. Think of ascension as inward, into our feelings, into our heart. That's a lovely little chime. How divine. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thus, we experience the priestess's energy as a calming one. The night and the moon on this card symbolize the uncertainty and uneasiness that our conscious minds feel when faced with evidence of the existence of the subconscious. Neptune. Hello, Rosie, sweet angel. I'll get out to the post office again one day. Sometimes I don't like to go anywhere. Sometimes I don't want to. I'm going to send you a card from America. I love you, beautiful angel. All you beautiful angels. We're learning the Tree of Life tarot deck in the 22 major arcana. My child was 22. I think this is important. And I'm reading from the Tarot of Dreams guidebook by Lee Bernstein. Sarah Marchetti is the artist. When we realize it's a journey return to ourself, and that we are included in the collective of the addictions, and we are all fools and hypocrites pointing fingers, then we're facing ourselves finally. We are one. One. Yeah. Nobody's better. Nothing. We're all students. Always. I'm so grateful for everything I've learned. And now that I have my own channel, I'm so grateful. I don't have to go back and listen to it all the time anymore. But I still do go cheer people on. I'm so grateful. I want to tell them thank you. I wish we could all work together and cheer each other on. Make one humongous team. Not for the love of money or more props. Just learning and loving and healing. The heart chakra reconciles opposites, bringing them together in an organic whole and healing the rift between them. Thus we experience the priestess's energy as a calming one. We gotta calm our own fire. Self-control is a fruit of the spirit, like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. Ever so gently. Gentle doesn't force. Gentle doesn't control. Gentle doesn't want to dominate. Trauma survivors need gentle. We all need love to heal, not shame. All of us. Love. That's it. It's really that simple to control ourselves. Because the last fruit of the spirit is self-control. Subconscious. In order to enter the waters of the subconscious, the priestess, or that part of our mind, which she represents, that resists entering the things we need to heal, like the darkness in parts of us, must embrace the symbols of night and moon. The priestess, or that part of our mind, our emotional self, which she represents, must embrace the symbols of night and moon. When she has relaxed and has allowed subconscious material to permeate her being, she would turn to us and hold up her magic lens, through which we can catch a few hints of intuitive insight. We all tap into this. So I think I might take a break after the high priestess. Come back. We got the emperor. Because it goes like this. Left brain. Think that. Left brain. Hold your left brain of your head. Your side of your left brain on your head. Your left brain. And extend your right hand. And think. Go Google this for yourself. I don't give away all the answers. We are our healers. We must learn. Our left brain operates the right side of our body. Okay? We're like magic healers. Oh, we are healers like Jesus. I thank everybody. In case I forget to say it at the end, I try to do all of my stuff. I didn't know that. I need to go to the post office. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, a little bird flew over here and whispered in my ear. It was an angel. Or an itsy bitsy spider almost came down from the ceiling. I had no idea. It must have been something in the wind. You know, like Rafiki from The Lion King. He smelled it. Ooh, I just want to see that Lion King Simba's son. His name is Kion. He said, "Grandfather, is that you?" That inaudible. I really need to talk about this. I'm going to study it some more. Claircognizance, clairaudience. I don't know if that's what it is. Okay, the different gifts that are not in the Bible that we possess. The visions. Sometimes the best way is to paint it. I feel heat coming out of my hand, or doodle, draw it. What are we dreaming? Write it down. Journaling. Yes, journaling. It's hard to describe to someone who doesn't have these gifts. And the ones that are getting them amplified, it's miraculous guiding them and telling them they're not crazy. I love it. I mean, I just love it. Oh, I just love it. It's easier for, what did it say? Fitting the camel through the eye of a needle. That's in the Buy Me a Boat song. It confirmed the scripture that I brought back and read. Than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's what it says. Because their pride's in the way. They can't admit that it was pride that got the fallen angels kicked out of heaven. If you follow the Bible. What turns us back into saints? Humility. So that Hebrew symbol up there above the turquoise, she is meditating. She is channeling. She's powering. She knows who her power is. Like Inanna went to the underworld to get her sister out. That's going into the dark places, fearless. Gimel or Gimel. It could be Gimel. It could be Gumel. It could be something totally different. I did not learn Hebrew as a child. Just English. Spanish in high school. That's it. That's all they teach you here in America. Not even accurate, truthful history about Native Americans. I could feel that touching the pictures as a child. In history classes. That's what it is, history. Without her story. Her story. All the women got silenced, left behind. Our throat chakras. The Elohim means the gods and goddesses created the world. So whoever changed God to be a man, I'm sorry for the mass confusion and cognitive dissonance in this world. Our precious creator is both male and female. That spirit resides in all of us. Male and female. We have softer feminine qualities. Some men are more soft and scared and haven't stepped into their power. Some women, same way. Too soft. Too merciful. Too codependent. Too scared to speak. Too scared to get up and step into their calling. And some of us took our power back so fast. Well, no, I got myself in a lot of trouble. Reacting to my husband cheating on me. Bashing the woman's car windows in. Note to self, you hear me? My car windows got bashed in a week later. Note to self, karma sometimes comes quick. I learned very valuable lessons in my rage, my Aries, my wound in Chiron, all the cheating and the abuse and the lies. then calling me crazy when I overreact to being kicked while I'm down, punched. I finally stood up for myself. Now I have to reel myself back in. I haven't quite mastered the roar just yet, as I'm remembering who I am, never forgetting where I came from. The streets, NA rooms, where I knew people's shoes because I was too ashamed to look in their eyes. From a prison cell on my knees, asking Jesus to show me what I could do. Sobbing, fasting, while the girls were at chow, my only alone time. What can I do to be the best mother I can be? And never show me all the trauma classes. Show me all the healing of sexual abuse. Show me how to heal the shame. And the best answer I got was love. Sums up life. Self-love. She's got 4 candles, I see. She's channeling rainbow colors. When we combine them, see red and blue make purple. So, Gamel, it sounds like camel, Gamel. A camel is used to cross desert regions. In the same way, the priestess helps us cross the gulf between the conscious and the subconscious. In us. What do you think would be the drive of Inanna, the ancient Sumerian goddess, Inanna? What drove her to go into the underworld and save her sister? You think it was fear? Oh my gosh, my sister's down there. What am I ever gonna do? And then your little devil mind, the little devil on our shoulder says, go on down there. No, that would be the angel. The devil would be saying, just leave her down there. Our lower self. Or someone else's opinion. Might call us an idiot for wanting to go save someone else. Well, Jesus said, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done. Someone who cares. And there's a song by Blue October talking about the voices crawling like a cockroach, leaving babies in my head. Hate me today. Sometimes our mothers over worry about us. Smothering. It's called smothering. Controlling. Mama's gonna put all of her fears into you. She won't let you fly, but she might let you sing. She might tell you don't jump out of the swing. Do you follow your heart or do you listen to your mother? How old are we? Mother isn't always right. Maybe mother was taught some of the things that we're trying to heal. We don't have to live up to mother's expectations. Sorry to rock that, shatter that illusion. Not sorry. Not sorry at all. Let's wake up that illusion. Illusion. So in astrology, this is the moon. The moon's the planet of the subconscious mind. So, when we pick up later, I'm going to read these comments in a second. The Emperor is Aries. And the Empress is Venus. It appears. See, I'm still learning all the symbols. I'm still training, always a student in my little world. Always a student. Never above anyone, never below. To my higher self, I surrender all control. Yes, Venus. So you go this way. Fool, magician, priestess, mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy on others. Mercy on ourselves. I forgive all the people who kept sending me stuff I asked them not to. I forgive the people who don't stop calling. I guess their ears might not work. I do not want to talk on the phone. To anyone. Don't take it personally. It's not you. I'm losing my voice already. It's not you. Alright? I put my freaking phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't even want to talk to the doctors. I email them. Do you understand? Because my parents, they don't understand English. My mom, she keeps telling me horrible, horrible, horrible news. Thank goodness she's reading a good story now. Heaven's sakes almighty. It's still got some bad stuff in it, but goodness gracious. Now instead of really reacting, because sometimes it scares people when I flip the fuck out. But sometimes they're not listening. Can you imagine how many times Jesus might have tried to warn the Pharisees and the tax collectors before he finally flipped the table? They weren't listening. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. A big Christmas card for your mom. Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. God loves your sweet soul. Our precious Creator who art inside of us keeps telling us, well done, my good and faithful servant. I think people are scared of Jesus because of the shame attachment from the church. If everybody realized Jesus was just big, loving, open arms, I mean, just imagine. Oh, I can only imagine what it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is in front of me. I can only imagine. Now let's change it. I'm going to end this, so I'm going to take this off and show you. I can only imagine that Jesus is with us. He's right inside of us. Only love. If we could all just realize, beyond all the illusions and lies, that Jesus was love all along. Pardon my mess. I'm still working on all this integration of mine and my child's room. Oh, Buster. I didn't know you were over there sleeping, little honey. Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in all of you be still? Will I stand in your glory? Will I dance with you now? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. So when I hear that little voice that says, causes me to react and yell at Mars and say, Mars, what the hell happened on Mars retrograde to my little Aries rising? Or could I yell at the sun or the lion? stand on the 99 Lions Gate? Or can I be grateful for the 22 years that I had? And so proud of myself for the effort and my hard work. I did it for me. And Jesus showed me that he never left me or left me forsaken. And I hear my little child say, "Get up, Mom." When I'm on my knees sobbing. There's a 9 there. "Get up, Mama." "Get up, Mama. Don't quit. Don't quit yet, Mama." The triumph of forgiveness. My friends, I send them cards and they send me cards. When I feel good, I send them back. My friends in prison, I'm so grateful for all of you. For some on the ark, it felt more like 80 days and 80 nights. So what did Simba do? He went in to the elephant graveyard, fearless. Below the influence. My child chose to live in love. In love. And I'm so grateful that someone was there to give the kind of love that I couldn't give. It's not the same love. It's not a mother's love. I can't lay there holding my child all night. My child was afraid to let me in. I don't want to avoid expressing herself. Love. Not that feeling. That one. Without judgment. Free. Yes, I know he does. He's a good boy. Maybe I'll work on some cards this weekend. It'll have to be a New Year's card by the time it would get there. I have some dear Santa ones here on the nice list. You made it on the nice list. We're not here to find out who's not here nice. The shame is wiped away. We are healed. We are loved. So loved. So forgiven. So worthy. With open arms, we take these broken wings and learn to fly again. I thank you all so very much, virtual hugs. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. All you cheerleaders, thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes. I gotta remember to keep saying that. I'm doing my best. For anybody that's new, that might have just come on. Sometimes emotions scare people. Saying Jesus is coming, scares people. Saying repent or die scares people. Saying Jesus loves you makes people feel good. Saying you are essential. You matter. We matter. Saying we takes the blame out. We humans lost love somewhere. We thank you, Spirit, far greater than we could ever imagine, for healing our hearts, healing our minds, returning to love all of our hearts. We thank you. We thank you. As above, so below. To our higher self, we now surrender all control. Greater is the Spirit in us. The Spirit of love, we thank you so much. By the power of Christ and Mary Magdalene, the Mother and the Father, so we can go. I don't know how the Catholics do it. Hold on, I always did it from left to right. 4. 2020. It is finished. We are healed. When we embrace it all. Hi, Nicholas. I love you all so much. Buster wants to lick my tears. See, even Buster wants me to stop crying. And he probably wants outside. He wants to go play. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day.